Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, 60%? Gasoline, 55%? I understand why you guys are telling me raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
There's a lot of
listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. It's up to me to make my dreams.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up, or why there's continued inflation, or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing is to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, it's like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this. But it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for,
follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down So you really understand why the market is going up, or why there's continued inflation, or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing is to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Inflation is less than half of what it was a year ago, and we're continuing to work on it.
Half of what it was a year ago. No, listen, that's amazing, isn't it? Gasoline, oil, half of what it was. You know, that's like saying to a person that you go visit to the hospital and he's got stage 4 cancer. He says, gee, you're looking pretty good today. Does he really care that he looks good today? What difference? He's got stage 4 cancer, right? It's the same thing with inflation. What's he trying to tell us? Gasoline is still up 53%. So what difference does it make? It's still a tremendous strain on the economy and individuals. Oil's still up 40%. That's insane. Then he turns around and he said he cut deficits. Listen to this. A total bull-faced lie, just like his 13 million jobs. Unbelievable, this man.
Cut the deficit $1.7 trillion in 2 years.
Where's he get that from? There's no such thing as a cut of $1.7 trillion in 2 years. The deficit in the first fiscal year 2022, which ended September 30th, was the fourth highest deficit ever at $1.38 trillion. If you look at his overall 2 years, he created over 2 years $3 trillion in deficit. Where is he getting this $1.7 trillion? There's no number around anywhere like that. What the hell is he talking about? And gasoline, we're still at 53%. Oil, 40%. It's a killer. You know, he's always talking about this Bidenomics. He should stop doing that. Bidenomics. Are you kidding me? Just like the job numbers, right? Now, they came out with the job numbers. And when you go look at the job numbers, do you notice how they readjusted all the way back for the year, starting with the first of the year? So in other words, every time they give you this pumped up job number to get everybody excited, right? But at the same time, it's bad because Powell will keep on raising rates if he thinks that if the job numbers are too high, which is so stupid. That's another thing I don't understand. What is this he's got in his mind? If I can get people laid off, put them on unemployment, inflation will come down. Where did he go to college? Or maybe that's what they teach him in college. You shouldn't go to college, maybe. Unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Imagine getting up in the morning. He gets up in the morning, he says, boy, I got to get to work. I got to make sure we lay off about 2 million more people, put them out of work, but I'll get inflation down. That's not how you get inflation down. The way you get inflation down is through productivity. By forcing these companies to stop with stock buybacks. The problem we're having is the stock buybacks. That operating cash, that money, that flow of money, the CEO should be plowing it back into their companies. to increase productivity by way of new machinery, new equipment, new technology. If you plow your money, if you plow that money back into your company with new equipment and so forth, you're going to produce more. And when you produce more, prices go down. And when you produce more and prices going down, people will start spending more, because more productivity you do as an individual, you'll get a raise. So the more you produce, the more money you're going to make, the more money goes into spending, and the economy grows. What's he talking about? Let's get everybody fired. Let's lay everybody off, and inflation will go down. That is so stupid. But see, these guys like Aunt Bee, did you see her this weekend bowing to the Chinese communists? Bowing. That made me sick to my stomach. But back to the business end here. This was just unbelievable, the things that came out over the weekend. And this thing with inflation, how he beat inflation and how the deficit's down, and oh geez, none of that is true. None of that's true. So what really, I want you to really think about this for a moment. Think how serious it is that they went all the way back to January. It's like admitting the 200,000 jobs. They fluffed 200,000 jobs, about 197,000 jobs. They made them up. So now they're readjusting them downward. What good is that? Because remember, when they come in with these hot job numbers, everybody gets all excited and they start buying stocks. It's just unbelievable. So no, they had to readjust these jobs. They plugged in 197,000 jobs that were phony. Unbelievable. That just backs up with his 13 million jobs that he lied about. They lied about that, 13 million jobs, when the BLS admitted that those 13 million jobs that Biden keeps bragging about, 72 to 75% were recovered COVID jobs. People went home, then they came back to work. They weren't new. He only created 3 million, not 12 million. But they'll sit there, he lies, and they'll swear to it. So the jobs are bad. That's and the other problem that's going on right now, okay, is this inflation is still very bad. See, what nobody really focuses on is what he really did to us by destroying our energy independence. That's what it all goes back to. I don't care if it's the deficits. I don't care if it's the lousy job numbers. It always goes back to not being energy independent. Think about it for a moment. I mean, the high cost of oil hits consumers and businesses. Business has higher transportation costs, higher manufacturing costs. Why do you think that our manufacturing is at a 14-year low? New orders haven't been this low since 2020. High gasoline prices. Think about that. Gasoline is the largest share of household budgets. You see anybody's household budget, they'll tell you it's gasoline that's the largest share of their budget. They put their monthly budget together because everybody's got to go to work. They got to drive to work, and it's gasoline that kills you. It's the largest share. So he can sit there and say how wonderful he's doing, and he cut inflation in half, but it doesn't make any difference because people are still suffering. It's still the largest part of their budget, and they can't get by. So for Main Street workers, middle-class workers, they're still screwed between the gasoline and between oil. Now here's the real problem. Discretionary spending. We don't have that anymore. I talked about that before. Money that's left after paying your taxes on you get your payroll, right? And they take taxes out. You go home at the end of the month, pay all your obligations, all your bills, all your payments. The money that's left is discretionary. That's what grows the economy. Because with discretionary money, people go out and they spend on appliances, furniture, big screen TVs, cell phones, vans, cars. They're not doing that anymore. So our economy's not growing. That's the other thing. Biden said he was growing the economy. He said when Trump was coming in, the economy was shrinking. What's he talking about? When the first day he was in office, Are you kidding me? The economy was at 5%. He said, Joe, here's the keys to the Oval Office. We're growing our economy by 5%. Today's at 2.3%. And he said that never happened. What's wrong with this man? More when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right, follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
When I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com.
You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand. Especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. We rotated, last week, we rotated money out of our tech stocks, which we were up really big, between 30 and 40% in returns. And then we took money and rotated a lot of that money into our oil stocks. And in one day, some of our oil stocks went up about 10%, like Schlumberger. I'll go over those numbers with you in a minute. But first, again, we're talking about all this lying that goes on. It's terrible. They got to focus on, okay, they got to agree. Here's what the problem is. Now let's fix it. But again, over the weekend, listen to this. This is Bernstein. This is Biden. This is the guy that takes parking space in Biden's head, tells him what to say. Listen to this.
Yeah, I think the numbers make the case for Bidenomics. These are facts. So, of course, we've had 13.2 million jobs since this president got here.
How many times do we have to hear that? What's insulting is they don't think anybody's going to look it up. Their own BLS tells you that's not true. So here he is again, saying it again. We created 13 million jobs. Twinkie is eye flitter there, or whatever her name is. That's all she says. We created 13 million jobs. That's a bold-faced lie. 13 million jobs? No, they created 3 million. Not 13. 10 million were jobs that were already in place. They were what they call, the BLS call, recovered jobs. They told you to go home. We have a pandemic. Go home. You can't stay at work. We're shutting the economy down. Now you go back to work. How can they claim that as a new job? You know as well as I do that's a lie. Now here's Bernstein again. Listen to this.
Strong labor market is pulling people in, giving them a chance to reap some of the opportunities that
another lie. They're pulling them into bankruptcy. Do you know our bankruptcies are reaching right now the highest since October of 2009? The highest. Pulling them into bankruptcy. Why? Because remember what the numbers are. Our inflation, which is a lie, but we'll use their lie, 5.4%. But the wages are 4.4%. So inflation is higher than wages. That's the problem we got. So what's he talking? He's just lying. And boy, during the election years, that's when they really lie. Now here's another lie of his.
We've got to be great stewards of taxpayer dollars, so we're going to be pretty careful as to how...
Oh boy, they're great stewards. Look at the mess they put. Great stewards, we got to be careful. That's when they lie and they said they reduced deficits by 1.7 trillion 2 years. That's a record. Total lie. We got to be great stewards. They're the worst stewards of all. And it wasn't just that they ran up 3 trillion in deficits over 2 years, and now they're lying and say they reduced it. But let me tell you about their stewardship. Then we'll get to our stocks. Energy independence is everything. It's linked to controlling inflation. Energy costs, especially gasoline, is linked directly to the largest share of your budget. Anybody who works, working class, middle class, look at your household budget. What do you spend most of your money on? Gasoline. You got to go to work, back and forth to work. Gasoline. So gasoline came down in half. What the hell does that matter? Came down in half. It's still up, what did I say, 42%. All right, 53% on gasoline, still up 53%. They're the stewards? The stewards? Let's take oil costs. Oil costs is still up 42%. Wait a minute. High oil costs, that hits consumers. It hits businesses. It hits businesses with higher transportation costs, higher manufacturing costs. Why do you think manufacturing is at a 14-year low? New orders at the lowest since 2020. Higher gasoline prices are killing us. Killing us. So I don't know what this guy's talking about. Things are so great. But the discretionary is the one you got to look at. Discretionary spending. That's the money you have left over after they take taxes out of your pay. You go home, pay all your bills, all your obligations. That money that you have left over, that's what grows the economy. Because you go out and buy discretionary stuff. You buy things you don't need, like appliances and furniture and big screen TVs and cell phones and vans and cars and on and on. That's discretionary. We have no discretionary spending. It's the lowest in 22 years. When you don't have money for discretionary, then your durable goods orders start going down. And when your durable goods orders, the manufacturer durable goods go into the hole, you're dead. You are dead. But here's the real big problem about discretionary spending. Not having money left over to go buy appliances and furniture and phones and cars. The biggest hit is jobs. Jobs. You haven't even felt the layoffs that are coming from these manufacturing jobs. And they lie to us anyways. I told you at the beginning of the show. They went back and revised since January to May. I think it was 196,000 jobs they said they created. They did not. They had to deduct them. I can see 1 month of miss, 2 months of miss, but from January to May? What's that, 5 months? And they missed each month, made a mistake each month? But the biggest hit, again, are jobs. We're losing jobs because we don't have discretionary spending. So where did this all start? They're the stewards. They got to be careful. Well, let's think about it. Where did we get into trouble? Where? Remember what followed the 1974 oil embargo. Remember the oil embargo? Odd days, even days, fill your car up, all that. I had a bunch of gasoline stations back then, companies, and it was brutal. So that 1975 oil embargo, when it was over, 40 years went by. 8 U.S. presidents over 40 years promised we'd have energy independence. 40 years and 8 presidents. Couldn't get it done. Until when? I'll tell you when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. It's Steve Celeste here with philsgang.com. Just wanted to tell you how to get engaged with Phil's Gang and how to become part of the Phil's Gang membership or how to try us for 10 days free. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com and click on Get Started at the top of the website. Click on the big red banner that says Working Investor 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. And hey, while you're at the website, why not stop by our gift shop, see if there's something in there for you or for somebody you know. All right, thanks, and back to you, Phil.
Thank you, Steve. It's interesting. I'm going to talk about what really started all this, but before that, let's talk about some stocks, because people are getting killed. If you own bonds, you're getting slaughtered because interest rates are still going up. Yields are going up. Do you remember back in June when they said June was going to have the pause And then from there, all the fake business news network kept saying over and over and over again, this is it, no more after June, no more. And I said, no. On that day when the market was down, or was up about 500 points, 475 to 500 points, I said, don't fall for this. And this is wrong. They got to continue to raise rates. They will continue to raise rates because of the inflation, because they're lying to us about the inflation. They got to. And boy, sure enough, right? What happened? The numbers came in, the job numbers. Powell panics. Now he sends out a subliminal message. He's going to keep raising rates. Yield, as soon as you got bad news about rates, yields, him raising rates, yields go up, killing the bond market, killing the banks. Usually banks, when yields go up, it's okay because they make more money. They make more profits. It's a good thing, but not now. With yields going up, we have more people right now filing for bankruptcy than we had in October 2009. You don't hear that anywhere. So these people continue to lie to us, the fake business news people. The truth is this, that they've been making their living on stock buybacks. The CEOs, okay, the professionals on Wall Street, like myself, we've been making money off of these tech stocks for 13 years. Any professional knew what was going on. The reason why they're going up was financially engineered. But it really got bad after 2020, when we had the crash in 2020, which they blamed on COVID, which had nothing to do with COVID. It had to do with they kept on raising rates. And finally, when we hit 2020, the rates were just too high. The market couldn't take it. And the market went down 20%. Remember that? Or about 28%. And then they had one more last rally from that 2020, that sell-off in 2020. They rallied up to 2022. The biggest, it was a huge rally. It was all driven by financial engineering. It was all driven by making sure that the 10-year Treasury yield and the 2-year Treasury yields were inverted. Meaning you could get more money from the government lending them money at 2 years than you could do lending money at 10 years. When you have an inversion like that, and they keep making sure it keeps inverting, what does that do? Well, that lifts up stocks. So I put up for you last week, and if you didn't see it, and if you're on with me right now on Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, Apple, or YouTube, or you're on one of my syndicated radio shows and you can't see this, go to my site tonight. The show is archived. You'll see it. As long as this continues to go down right here, see that brown line right there? As long as that brown line keeps going down, remember, that's the 10-year. And you subtract the 2-year from the 10, that's your inversion curve. See it going down? That's what pushing up, and it shows how above it, what's going up are the Wilshire 5000 stocks. That's the stock market, the whole market. So this is what they've been doing since 2020. They've been financially engineering this market to make sure we had a yield curve inverting so that we could keep pushing up these stocks. Keep pushing up these stocks. Which stocks? 7 stocks to hold the whole market up. And people are getting killed now. They're jumping into these 7 tech stocks at the very, very top. Very, very top. They're going to get slaughtered. So look, if you join our gang, just think of last week what you would have done. You would have been with us. First, you've been with us in the tech stocks, NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, all those. Okay, you'd have bought those with us when nobody wanted them. Okay, back in January, February, March. And then what we did is we started to take money out of these stocks when all the tourists, traders, people don't know what the hell they're doing, coming in there buying these tech stocks as they're rallying higher. Here, you can have ours. We take the cash and we moved it over to another sector that nobody wanted. Got to think of stocks as a restaurant that nobody knows about, that nobody goes to. You got to find stocks that nobody goes to, okay, that nobody wants. And you wait patiently, like oil. And I kept telling my members for about a month, we're going to catch these oil stocks. They're going to go up. I've been doing this over 52 years, and every time oil stocks drop, 35% or more, you have big rallies. Let's just be patient. We'll pick out 4 or 5 and watch them every day. And we did. And we got 10% return, okay, on our oil stocks in one day, because that's exactly what happened. Big rotation came out of the oil, came out of banks and tech, and they jumped in and they started to buy the oil stocks. But it wasn't the new money that drove the oil stocks up. It was the people who sold them short, who made 20, 30, 40%. They have to buy those stocks back that they bet were going down, that they were shorting. Until they buy them back, they don't move up. But when they go in there first and buy them back, it moves up, and then all the tourists see it going, and they jump in. Those are called short covering rally. We're going to have a short covering rally with our banks. We're going to have a short covering rally with gold mining stocks. But banks and the mining stocks, those two are going to be set to go off. I don't know when, maybe a day, maybe a month, maybe 2. But just like we waited for the oil stocks, we'll catch them. Again, think of stocks like a restaurant that nobody goes to. You if you ever notice, you go to a new restaurant, nobody's there yet, boy, they wait on you, take care of you, right? But as soon as the restaurant gets popular, you got to beg them to get a drink, beg them to take your credit card, or give me a break, right? Well, that's like this business. The only people who make money consistently in this business are professionals. Why? Because the one thing they know is that when you buy stocks, if a group is beaten down, like tech or like retail or like semiconductors, healthcare, no matter, beaten down, that's when you got to go buy them. But we've done something better than that. We designed our own software with our own algorithms that nobody else has. It tells you when money's going in and money's going out. So that we're right. And the other key to this business is you got to stay with the same 6 stocks all year long and stay with a group of bonus stocks you stay with all year. So maybe you have about 10 bonus stocks and your 6 stocks. And that's our system, and it works. Try it for 10 days. It doesn't cost you anything. See if it works for you. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Try it. You'll see it does work. And it's free for 10 days. At the end of 10 days, you don't want to stay, but you made money, right? But you don't want to stay, that's okay. Just when you make money, just remember St. Jude once in a while. I think that's a fair deal. Okay, so there's going to be a rotation now. If you're chasing all these tech stocks right now, and you're listening to the Fake Business News Network, and you're listening to the White House, this Bernstein, a big liar, okay, how everything's great again. No, things are getting worse. And I'm going to tell you why they're going to get worse, and why we're going to have a crash that's going to go down at least 40 to 50% from where we are today. You wait and see if I'm not right. Been right so far. I'll talk about that when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have two people on the show, one guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right, follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals, you follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grande.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grande can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Good investing means understanding how the stock market works.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, if you really want to make sense of this market, you can't be listening to the fake Business News Network. They will not tell you the truth. They're to get you excited, to make sure you go out and you're happy so you'll buy something. That's not what we do here at Phil's Gang. We give you the truth, the direction, and that's what you need. Listen to me on my radio show each day and also on my Rumble and YouTube channel podcast. philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Here's some facts for you. 60% of the 7 biggest tech stocks, popular tech stocks, okay, or 60% of all the NASDAQ tech stocks, I should say, they have negative earnings. Negative. Now, the 401ks in 2022 lost 23%. It's going to be bigger than that this year here, 2023. Think about that. The average 401k return over 20 years is 4%. 4%, the average return. The average return on the spiders over the same amount of time is 10%. But the spiders, you can go long, buy, but when the market goes down, you don't have to lose money. You can turn your position and make money as it goes down, as the money goes down. Biden said, no new taxes. Wait a minute. His new regulations cost us $201 billion. That's $10,000 comes out of every United States household, out of your pocket. Where Trump saved $8,000 to $10,000, stayed in your pocket. What did Trump know? What did Trump know? Why was Trump different than Powell and Obama and all these people? He was a businessman. Powell's not a businessman. Biden, for God's sakes, he wouldn't know a business if he tripped over, except selling his name, selling influence. That's a business, I guess. But a real business. We've never had a president other than Trump that ran a real business. Everything is politics. Everything's power. Everything's game playing. But here's what Trump did know when he came in as president. He understood the importance of energy independence. Not only does it secure our economy's freedom, it shores up our national security, it secures our leadership role. This is the important one in the $6 trillion global energy market. That's how important energy independence is. It frees us, here's the big one, it frees us from being dependent on authoritarian, can't even pronounce the word, authoritarian, thank you, regimes, full of bad actors. The Biden families rely on for wealth. OPEC, Venezuela, Russia, Iran, even warlords. That's where that's where we're getting our oil from. That's who they're doing deals with. But unbeknown to Trump, when he came into office, he didn't know the Biden family. Matter of fact, most people didn't know. The Democrats did. The Democrats who've been around for years and years knew what Biden was doing since he was a senator, selling influence. Trump didn't know that. The Biden family had foreign business dealings. They invested $440,000 through one of Biden family's shell called, I'll spell it for you, I can't pronounce it, Skaneatles, Skankeles, LLC, whatever that is. Skanky sounded proper. The money gave the Bidens interest in a Chinese equity firm called BHR, in which BHR has the largest interest in Asia's largest oil refinery called Sinopec, which Biden's arranged a sale of 3 million barrels of oil to Sinopec and another 30 million barrels of oil, both from our strategic reserves, both the 30 million and both the 3 million for our strategic reserves, to the subsidiary of Sinopec, which, as another subsidiary, Unipec, and all these are controlled by the Chinese Communist Party, in which Hunter family have an interest in. Now think about that. Trump didn't know this was going on since 2002. He had no idea. He got too close to it. So remember, the other thing that Trump was trying to make us oil independent, that disrupted their business. That disrupted their business, their money making. It also disrupted something else. Remember, the minerals that AOC and the Biden Democrat Socialist Obama Party are dependent on for their green energy transition. Oh, we hear green energy, green energy. Remember who controls all those materials, and we got to be dependent on who? China, because they control 40% of the world's copper, nickel, cobalt, lithium, and other rare materials that will make it possible for us, our transition to green energy. That's why we have to be so friendly to China. That's why you saw Aunt Bee over there bowing to the Chinese guy. Did you see that on TV over the weekend? She kept bowing. We'll do whatever you want. Thank you. Do whatever you want. We need your nickel. We need your cobalt. Just send us the checks. This is what was going on. Trump had no idea. Why do you think they had to impeach him? He was in the way, especially the green energy materials they need. Which, remember, Hunter Biden is tied in to every one of these transactions. Every one of these transactions. And it will continue until there's a new president, a new Senate, a new House. They're not going to go. Believe me, this continues to today. This is going on today, and it's going to continue. It will never stop. Because why? Because the Biden family is protected by a very strong group, stronger than the mob. Think about that. Protected by a group that's stronger than our own mob. How would you like to have the FBI protecting you? Anything you do illegal, don't worry, the FBI is going to take care of you. Department of Justice will take care of you. Would you rather have the Department of Justice, the FBI on your side, or the mob? So I laugh every time I see them come on TV, the Republican. Well, we got 5 more banks. We got 10 more banks. Oh, stick it where it doesn't shine. Give me a break. You're not going to get them. All they're trying to do is trying to convince voters. That's all. They've got nothing on them. They're never going to find a check written to Joe Biden. It's all a joke. It's all they're out there now. It's election time. They're trying to show how he's a bad guy but nobody cares. Because at the end of the day, when a person comes home from work and he knows that he's got more bills than he's got a check, he sees gasoline still up, oil still up. They don't care because they don't have the time to care. They got a world of problems, the people. The person's making between $45,000 and $75,000 a year. He's got a family, 3 kids. He hasn't got time for this. He doesn't know what cobalt is. He doesn't even know what he uses it for. So you see, that's why I'm telling you that's why Pelosi had to get him impeached twice. So what does that do for the stock market? All I'm telling you, this is all going to catch up. This is not about being a Republican. This is not about being a Democrat. It's about common sense. The clock always comes back to 12. You can kick it, you can stomp it, you can try to drown it, but that clock will always come back to 12, no matter what you do. Nobody can keep a secret. Somebody's going to drop a dime. It will all come out. But it's not going to be for a very, very long time till all the damage is done. So if you think last year was bad, losing 22% in your 401k, and by the way, I know you feel good right now, your 401k is up, it's going to go right back down and worse. Because remember, the stocks that are holding your 401k up are the tech stocks. 60% of your tech stocks have no earnings. The way they're rigging it is through the inverted yield curve. Keep that yield curve inverted. And who do they have in charge of overseeing all that? A dope. 2 dopes, Biden and Aunt B. You see Aunt B keep bowing to him all weekend? So look, never mind all that. Just learn how to sell stocks shorts with your skill of buying. That's what we will give you here at Phil's Gang. Try it for 10 days free. And then remember St. Jude, please.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.